Talk about the family this week, just the heart that you guys displayed on Saturday, a game that you guys gave it your all. Overtime wasn't the end result, but man, they definitely came to play on this past Saturday. What did you see out of your guys at the last game of Redwood Bowl?
What I expected to see. Our guys are going to fight hard, play hard. That's just what we do. Despite what people may think of us or thought we were going to be, I knew this team wasn't going to quit. Just unfortunately, I'm starting to see the same things, or we've been seeing the same things as far as us shooting ourselves in the foot with penalties and turnovers and lack of focus at times. But the effort's always been there.
So new week, last game, this Saturday. What has been so far the attitude of the guys, knowing that that this is it on Saturday?
They've been pretty upbeat. We had our banquet Sunday, so I think for them, they understand that we've been preaching and harping on it that you only get so many opportunities to play football, no matter where you're at or who you're playing against. You got to make the most of it, because when it's gone, it's gone. You're gonna, miss practicing, going in the weight room, and meetings and stuff like that. Those are the things that the bus rides. Those are things you're gonna miss when you're done that you may not realize now. So enjoy this process, because when it's over, you can't get it back. And don't take it for granted. Just take advantage of it.
Going to be a long bus ride north. It's going to be a long bus ride back. Knowing that it is the final game, is it something that you wish? It might be nice that this bus ride could last forever, knowing that for these group of guys.
Well, it's going to seem like it's going to last forever when it's however many hours. So I've had my share of bus rides and plane rides this season. So I don't know. I think it depends. If you come back with a win, then you want to extend it. If you don't, you're ready to get off the bus. That's just usually how it goes. So
let's talk about that trip this week. Not only knowing that it's a long road trip, but you got to make sure that all your players have those passports ready to go. You don't want to leave anybody at the border. Well, maybe a couple of guys you might want to leave, but how much of a challenge is not only preparing for the game, but just making sure that they have what they need to cross that border?
That's always a challenge, no matter where you're at. You're dealing with 17 to 22-year-olds trying to make sure they're being accountable. So you're always going to have that challenge, but for the most part, we've been harping on it. I've been sending out texts and emails since, spring and summer. So if you don't have it, that's on you, and you can't go.
Last game, obviously, I know you guys want to win this. This last game, Simon Fraser got a victory against them this season, like other conference opponents, facing them for the second time. What went well the last time, and what needs to go right for you to get that victory?
We were able to execute early on, offensively and defensively. Then we kind of hit a speed bump. Started to turn the ball over. Didn't convert some third downs. Defensively, we were gave up a few big plays and got a few penalties to help sustain drives. So we just got to, again, harp on the little things, doing our job, executing, focusing on the details, and not shoot ourselves in the foot with personal fouls and unnecessary penalties. It's one thing, holds happen, clips happen, little penalties happen, mistakes happen, but it's the self-inflicted wounds, the unnecessary penalties are the ones that can hurt you the most.
And facing Simon Fraser, what do you remember about them? What I remember that, especially on their offense, that you want to focus on?
Quarterback was athletic. The receivers had length. They're going to take some shots. We just got to rise to the occasion and make plays. When we have opportunity to get a sack, we got to get it. We can't fall down or miss it. The ball's in the air, we got to compete for it and make sure we either come down with it or it's on the ground. If we want to be successful, that's what we got to do.
What will be your message and also to keep the guys focused once it is Saturday and game day, not to maybe think about the end of the game and everything as a whole, but to keep that focus when it is game time?
Savor the moment. How many people are going to be able to say they get to play in Canada? How many good people that get to say they play college football on a Saturday at 1 o'clock? So just don't think about all the things you don't have or the things you're not doing. You just got to worry about what what you're doing at that moment, and just focus on, hey, we came in this thing together. Let's end this thing together the right way with a win.
From what I heard, that there's a lot of fans pushers that making that trip up there and they wanting to see the Jacks for the last time. How great would it be to kind of end it on a winning note?
Well, how you think it'd be? It'd be great, of course. You never want to end with a loss, no matter what your record is or what you've gone through. When you have a win, I mean, sometimes it numbs the pain a little bit, and you just, it creates more memories. Walking off that field disappointed is always, heartbreaking. So that's our focus, to win, no matter who it is, where it's at, whether it's the last game of the year, or the last game of the school's history. Our goal is going to be the same.
You've been in college football a long time. Has this been your biggest challenge? Hey, head coach. Hey, you're doing things that that are different. That you didn't have those responsibilities. Has this keeping the guys focused, dealing with things on the field, off field? Has this been your biggest challenge as being a part of football?
I would say so. I feel like every year I've coached has been a challenge, whether I'm coaching a new position, coaching at a new school, doing something different, whether it's special teams, defensive coordinator, or whatever it may be, new staff. But yeah, this has definitely been different, mainly from the administrative side. Coaching for me is coaching. Now it's just more of the leadership. Men, you're leading a bigger group of men, and this administrative side of things. But it's been a challenge, but that's one of the reasons you get in this profession. Challenge yourself, challenge your knowledge, and your relationship skills.
Since coming over to Humboldt State, is there something, that a memory or something, a moment that's always going to be stuck in your mind, something that you always remember, like that moment that?
I got a few of them. I'll never forget Coach Smith yelling at me. That's one of them. I won't forget, when I got named interim coach. I'll never forget when they said that the program was going to get dropped. I'll never forget when they said the program was going to get kept. I'll never forget some of these kids that called me and told me that they wanted to be a lumberjack, that they were committing and signing and stuff like that. And this, I'll never forget some of the kids that come up to me after the game and say, "I love you, coach." So those are the things that I'm probably going to remember the most.
How proud of you? I mean, I'm sure you're not a person that likes to pat yourself on the back, but just you're basically kind of, hey, you're the head coach. Hey, you got to handle this. I mean, I'm sure people come up to you every day and just about their thoughts on lumberjack football. But from being head coach into now, just how you handle things. I mean, what do you feel like the way that how things have gone this year?
Yeah, I don't think my temperament has really changed over the years. As a coach or just in life, I just learned how to tell myself that everything's going to be okay. Try not to stress about things, and focus on what I can control. There's a lot of things that go on that have nothing to do with me. So if I stress about those things, I'm driving myself crazy. And that's the same message I tell to my players: let's worry about what we can control. We can't control anything about anything else but putting our hand in the dirt and lining up and play. So for me, it's been a challenge, but I wouldn't trade it for anything else. I enjoy this opportunity. I enjoy a challenge. It's been fun. It's been stressful, but fun.
Once that final game and next week, I'm not sure how much you'll be here, but is this something that anything you can do to help out the players that want to further their career? What can you provide?
Definitely. After the season, we're going to help these kids. Help place these kids the best we can. We're going to actually have a showcase. There'll be some college coaches here kind of watching the guys work out and move around. And then we're going to help them with compliance as far as knowing what they need in order to transfer and whatnot. So we're definitely going to help them. That's one of the things I signed up for when I became a head coach, is to help them on and off the field. So I'm not going to rest until I feel that these guys have gotten what they deserved.
And for yourself, I'm sure you haven't thought about what's next for you, but when will you say, hey, now it's time? You kind of think about yourself a little bit,
To be honest with you, probably, when I'm on vacation, sometime thinking about, okay, it's time to think about myself. But again, I want to make sure these kids have a home, and I don't want them sitting around, not knowing. So I'm gonna try to do that as long as I can.
Well said, Coach. still want to join me next week?